When we want to feel good, it needs to come from a place without guilt or obligation or comparison or competition or scarcity. And so this away from pain kind of gratitude is motivated by fear. It comes from a place of scarcity and fear. And it's not seeded from the heart, but from a survival mindset. We all know how important gratitude is. Gratitude for what we should be thankful for in our lives, gratitude for the goodness that we've received as part of our human experience. And there's a very good reason why this is an important focus. Now, if you've had any kind of brush with the law of attraction or manifesting circles, you'll know that gratitude is absolutely an important step. And for a very good reason too. It's an exercise and practice in feeling good. And this puts us into a higher vibratory state. And like attracts like. If we're feeling good, we're going to attract more reasons to feel good in our lives, in our external reality, in our physical world. And this is absolutely a key towards creating the reality that you want as well. We need to know that the gratitude is one of the fastest ways to get into something called heart coherence. And that's where the mind or the brain and the heart are in a coherent wave pattern. They're serving each other. They're working together. Now, there's an important exercise I get my clients to do as part of the journey, the hero's journey to becoming more self-aware. And that is to journal. And I'm sure if you've seen one of my past videos, you would know how important journaling is to raise one's awareness and begin to know thyself. Now, journaling is often, in my case, helping us to illuminate patterns in our lives, triggers, patterns, emotional dysregulation, and get to the root, if you like, or reverse engineer down to some of the core disempowering programs that are running so we can remove those from our perception. But another key aspect of journaling is the focus on gratitude. And with any kind of practice, daily practice, it's easy to turn it into a chore. And this is where we start to move out of the vibration that we actually want in order to create the reality we want to feel good in. And so as we learn discernment, and discernment comes from self-awareness, inner trust, self-compassion, as we begin to attune to our inner or our guidance system, we begin to start to hear the subtle sounds and messages and guidance and direction that we need in order to step forward and stay in presence so that we're not stuck in yesterday or tomorrow. So discernment is a strength that comes online as you take the hero's journey. So I want to bring up a very important thing we need to begin to discern around gratitude. And that is really that there's kind of two ways to express gratitude. And there's two motivations behind gratitude. When we're motivated to move away from pain and we're in the practice of gratitude, we often feel like we should. We should be feeling grateful. Therefore, I better write down all the ways that I should be grateful today. And we often find that we struggle sometimes to think of anything we should be grateful. And we end up finding something that's just so minimal, and it actually doesn't bring us into a vibratory state of gratitude. It actually just feels like we're just ticking off a list. Now, this often is associated also with a feeling of shoulds. There's a lot of shoulds here with this kind of gratitude note-taking. And we find that it is often fueled by guilt, by obligation, by a pain that something bad will happen if we don't have gratitude for what has happened in our lives today. For example, I should be grateful for the food on my table right now, for the meal in front of me, because there are starving people out there in the world right now. Or I should be grateful for the massage that I'm getting right now, because back in my grandma's day, she wouldn't have been able to afford this, or she wouldn't have had the luxury of this available service. Now, it's fine to feel that appreciation for the contrast in our lives, and in the lives of others, and recognize that we do have it good in many ways. That's fine, but this is different to bringing up a feeling or high vibratory state. This is really a completely different type of heart-based coherence. When we want to feel good, it needs to come from a place without guilt or obligation or comparison or competition or scarcity. And so this away from pain kind of gratitude is motivated by fear. It comes from a place of scarcity and fear. And it's not seeded from the heart, but from a survival mindset. If you were to tune into your body in those moments when you're comparing and contrasting your life and trying to be grateful for what you have, you'll find your body can often be in a state of contraction. It's not open and expansive and present. You're very much focused on the past and comparing yourself to something, an experience, a memory in the past, whether it's yours or someone else's. It's actually not happening right now. Now, it does not require the courage of the heart. Gratitude from this mindset of moving away from pain. You can have that with a closed heart, and you can have plenty of things written down on that gratitude list and still have a closed heart. It comes from the mind. Now, the better way to have gratitude is to make it towards pleasure. It's motivated by the sheer fact that you feel good in this moment, and you feel good not compared to anything in the past or anything in the future. This is about being purely present in the experience and experiencing it with joy and delight and appreciation. And this is not about anything to do with pain. So there's no guilt, there's no obligation. It's pure presence. It comes from pure presence and from an open heart. And you can feel your body buzzing with that kind of openness and joy for what you are experiencing. There's no hidden pressure. It's expansive. If you tune into your body in these moments of real true gratitude, you'll feel open and expansive. You'll feel your heart open. You'll feel good. And we all know that feeling good is really what creates more reasons in our life to feel good. And with an open heart, you literally manifest a life that feels good, that continues to feel good. I like to think of appreciating the little miracles in your day and looking at them like little golden nuggets. And when you start to look at that little golden nugget that has appeared in your life, and you feel the joy and the appreciation for this little piece of gold that's come into your experience, and when you really take all your conscious awareness and open your heart to this and place your focus on it, what you focus on grows. And it's like grabbing that gold and pulling it in and noticing there's a golden thread attached to the next little miracle in your life. And so now it's no longer a chore each evening as you write in your gratitude journal. It's real, and it is filled with delight and serendipitous joy and synchronicities. And you'll notice you start to move in real flow. And so that's why I think it's important to have a practice of gratitude. It really is beginning to move into a life of heart coherence. It is beginning to create an ease and grace and flow in your life. And it's not about the struggle. It's not about fear of the past. It's not about moving out of pain and contrast. It's nothing to do with that. It's about pure presence. So I hope you'll enjoy that experience of true gratitude in your life. And you'll notice that when you are in true gratitude, you cannot feel fear in any way. You cannot feel depression or anxiety or stress because you are present. You'll know when you are fully present.